What do you call someone who has gone through a relationship with a narcissist who now is exhibiting narcissistic behavior as a defense mechanism? I was in a relationship with a narcissist psychopath. I don't know. Those two things I think overlap a lot. For about 8 years, ultimately married to this person. I have a hard time deciphering perceived threats from real threats now. And the fight or flight in me has gone from flight, which was before, to now fight. Every time. I would rather lay down in the road and get hit by a garbage truck than let someone who I think might be a narcissist get one over on me. And if I do think you've gotten one over on me, it will be met with extreme hostility for at least 3 days.
You would call that person a narcissist as well. I'm just kidding, y'all. No. Narcissistic fleas are a real thing, y'all. And of course, if you're new here, I'm actually a diagnosed narcissist. Narcissistic fleas are a real thing. Narcissistic fleas happen when you're in a toxic relationship dynamic and you pick up narcissistic traits. Just like fleas on animals and whatnot, how they jump from the animal to you, start biting you. That's how narcissistic traits happen sometimes when you're in a toxic relationship dynamic or you get raised by toxic narcissistic parents or, parental figures. If I'm out here rolling around with this cat, if he don't have flea medication on, if the narcissist is not in therapy, you're probably going to pick up the traits, y'all. Yeah, a lot of times the first thing to go when you're in a relationship with a narcissist is your personality, is who you are at your core. You lose yourself. So you start to act like them sometimes to defend yourself. Just like she was saying. She's like, hey, I'm acting like them now to defend myself, because a lot of times you either change and diminish yourself while you're in a toxic relationship, or you just become just like them. And when you become like them, when those narcissistic fleas are biting you everywhere, a lot of times people, they're going to tell people that you are the abuser. Look how they're acting. Y'all see what I had to deal with? Y'all see, I'm getting yelled and screamed at. That's why I was just saying, getting away from that person, getting out of that relationship is like giving yourself a narcissistic flea bath. The traits go away after a little while, after you get help, after you start to heal, and after you might need some therapy as well. Because I talk to a lot of people over Zoom and whatnot in my support groups that just say, hey, Lee, I'm feeling a little narcissistic myself now that I got out of that relationship. And I tell them, you have to give yourself time to heal. You have to give yourself time to heal from that toxic relationship dynamic, because it's like freedom shock. Like you just got out of jail, you might not know how to act. If you've been in jail for a long time, for 10 years, when you get out, the first day, your first day out, like the rappers say, your first day out, if you don't drop a mixtape, I'm sorry, your first day out of jail after 10 years, you're not going to know what the world is like. So you're going to go to what you know sometimes. You might start acting like this person, and so don't beat yourself up because it does take a little while to heal from this toxic relationship dynamic, y'all. And normally, the further you get away from that person and the more you start to love yourself and heal, you will find yourself again, or you'll find a better version of yourself, a newly healed version of yourself, a stronger version of yourself. Like I said, check out the support groups and my mini courses. The link is in the bio, and sub to the YouTube channel as well. Thank y'all.